Sylvester Stallone just made a revelation that shook Hollywood to its core. But here's the kicker, he's not just challenging Whoopi Goldberg, he's going head-to-head with the entire media machine in a way that nobody saw coming. What exactly did Stallone do to get booted from The View? And why is Whoopi now scrambling to apologize? Stick around because this story reveals the real reason behind the drama and how Stallone is flipping the script on the media. You won't believe how this all unfolds. Years ago, television shows were mainly focused on entertainment. There wasn't much of any political agenda. ABC programming, for instance, was far less politically charged than what we see today. Back then, shows like The View kept their focus on general entertainment, not political narratives. But times have changed. Now, shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live and The View regularly dive into politics, blending entertainment with political opinions. Sadly, this often leads to the spread of misinformation. Among these programs, The View stands out as a major platform for political debate and at times controversy. Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin have become known for pushing certain political viewpoints. They often claim to speak for the public, but in reality, they're the ones fueling the narratives they criticize. Enter Sylvester Stallone, now at the center of a media storm. He's receiving both positive and negative attention. Unfortunately, a lot of that negative attention is coming from The View, specifically Goldberg, Behar, and Hostin. Their issue with Stallone is political views, which quickly went viral. Things escalated when Stallone was scheduled to appear on The View to promote his shows and share personal insights. But Goldberg and the others weren't happy with his stance. They pushed to have him removed from the show, and that's when the fallout began. The Hollywood and media atmosphere right now is tense. Public pressure is mounting on both the film industry and the media, and high-profile figures like Sylvester Stallone and Whoopi Goldberg are feeling the heat. Just a few weeks ago, Goldberg played a significant role in getting Stallone removed from The View before he had a chance to promote his projects The Family Stallone and Tulsa King. Goldberg's objection to Stallone's political views went viral, and she feared that having him on the show would hurt ratings, so she pushed to have him removed. But here's where things took a turn. Just a week and a half later, Goldberg found herself apologizing to Stallone and his team. This wasn't just about repairing relationships, it was also about saving her own reputation. With pressure from ABC producers and executives, Goldberg reportedly wanted Stallone back on the show to help boost ratings. She even planned to ask him exclusive questions about his career, but things weren't as simple as she hoped. After Goldberg's attempt to bring Stallone back to the show backfired, Stallone made a firm decision he would never appear on The View again unless there were major changes to the show's approach. He made his feelings clear to ABC through his agent and manager. The fallout from Goldberg's actions has been significant, and ABC is furious with her. Executives had initially agreed to remove Stallone from the show, mainly because Goldberg had gathered support from Behar and Hostin. Stallone's appearances were scheduled for mid-December and early January, where he planned to promote not only his current projects, but also surprise announcements. Now, these announcements will be revealed on other platforms like Joe Rogan's podcast or Greg Gutfeld's show. Stallone's team will finalize the details soon, but it's believed that these projects include new TV shows and possibly a film. Goldberg is reportedly regretting her actions after realizing that Stallone's big announcements, which were meant to be exclusive to The View, have now been redirected to other major platforms. This setback is significant for the show. And Goldberg's shift in attitude isn't about genuine remorse, it's more about understanding how much her actions could hurt ratings. It seems her concern is less about Stallone's feelings and more about maintaining relevance in a changing media landscape. Now, some may criticize Stallone for agreeing to appear on The View in the first place. Given the show's controversial reputation and the political nature of its hosts, perhaps he would have been better off promoting his work elsewhere. A platform more favorable to his views would have likely provided a better environment for his career. What once seemed like a frustrating and unpleasant experience is now being seen in a more positive light. Stallone's removal from The View may have turned out to be a blessing in disguise. By avoiding the drama of appearing on the show, Stallone is now positioned to announce his big projects on more receptive platforms like Joe Rogan's podcast or Greg Gutfeld's show. This could mark a turning point for Stallone, where he gains the freedom to speak candidly and connect with an audience that aligns with his personal views rather than being censored on a show that doesn't share his ideological perspective. Behind the scenes, only a handful of ABC producers were aware of the agreement that led to Stallone's removal. Now the network is scrambling to fix the situation. They're reportedly looking for a celebrity with a different political perspective to balance the show and recover some lost ratings. But many see this as nothing more than a desperate move to cover up their mistakes. This situation is reflective of a larger trend. The public has woken up to the manipulation and biased narratives pushed by mainstream media. More and more audiences are aware of how political agendas influence not only media but also the film industry and popular culture. In this context, Stallone's stand against The View shows that he respects his values and his work, something that many fans admire. Stallone is a beloved figure, known for iconic roles like Rocky and Rambo. But in this case, it's clear that he's the victim of a smear campaign simply for expressing differing political views. Goldberg's treatment of Stallone, just because of his opinions, is widely seen as unjust. Ultimately, Stallone's decision to reject Goldberg's apology is likely to work in his favor, strengthening his reputation as someone who won't be pushed around for the sake of ratings or popularity. Finally, let's talk about BC's broader struggle with declining ratings. Shows like Good Morning America, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and The View have all seen a dip in viewership. In an attempt to recover, the network is trying to bring in more argumentative voices, people with different political views, to challenge figures like Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar. But will this strategy work? It seems unlikely. The public is smarter than BC gives them credit for. Viewers can tell when they're being manipulated, and they're not easily fooled. In the end, the real issue here is authenticity. People don't just tune into these shows for the ratings, they watch because they want real, honest conversations. The idea that bringing in a single guest with an opposing viewpoint will fix a BC ratings problem is naive. The audience sees through these tactics. Now, we want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Stallone made the right move in rejecting The View? Do you believe that BC desperate attempts to improve ratings will work? Do you think this will change how other celebrities approach media interviews in the future? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to like the video if you found this discussion interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to Movie Saga for more updates on the latest Hollywood drama.